Hello, guys. Welcome to Collector's Corner, episode 54. We're going to talk about some FOC and along with, I'm going to talk about is modern comic work collecting nowadays. Just to let you guys know, happy Easter, everyone. Hope you find those golden eggs, and along with that, resurrection of, yes, the Jesus Christ Himself. All right, so before we start the day, and some panel member will be joining in. As you know, we got Ron and Hazel Dan, two of the OGs. Along with that, shout out to my boys back at 79 Comics. Just to let you guys know, I'm not making any commission off of this. I'm just shouting out, support the great online store, 79 Comics. Use the code 7 SNMC to get your 10% discount on all your orders. And right now they're having an Easter sale, so go shop around to see what kind of discount you can get on top of your 10% that you can use on SNMC using that code. So we got right here. I thought this was a pretty good cover by Canuck. Gwenpool. A lot of people are talking about changing the origin and things like that. So, um, hey guys, yeah, happy Easter, comics and culture. I'm gonna start doing this live show a little bit around 1 o'clock, maybe to start the show. But yeah, go check out 79 Comics. Use the code SNMC to get your 10% discount on all your order. All right. So with that said, let's go check out the final cut FOC. So we got right here. So we got price, cover price. I've subscribed to a free whatchamacallit thing, and it's not bad. So for this is coming up April 21st, which is tomorrow, which is today, which is anyway coming out this Wednesday. Huh? All right, so Absolute Batman issue number 1. Number 8, this is the full appearance of Victor Fries as Dr. Freeze. So they have their own invention of Dr. Freeze in Absolute Batman. Um, and possible first appearance of Absolute Bane, we'll have to wait and see. There's another one here. I kind of like this cover, but I like the variants that coming out on for that issue number 8. Betty and Veronica, Spy Girls, um, first appearance of Medusa Doom. So that is this character right here that is being cover appearance. So I'm probably something maybe that he's a Dan might want to get into. There's this one, Exquisite Corpse by Image. It's a 13-part series, so this probably will go for a whole year and a half. And we got Incredible Hulk number 25. Kind of get that homage feel to it as well. Nick Klein, starred by Philip Kennedy Johnson. And next one is Imperator number 3, a limited series created by Colorado and so and so. I don't know what this is about, but kind of feel like a more of a horror type of story here. Supergirl number 1. Debut a new Supergirl costume, so there it is. Covered down by Sophie Campbell. And here's the new Transformer issue number 20. This is the cover A. This is issue features the first appearance of fan favorite character from the world G.I. Joe and Transformer. So it seems like more of like a bad mashup of G.I. Joe and Transformers. We'll see. Warren Johnson, he does some really great cover art. He's been killing it on this Transformer issue. There's this Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion issue number 1. Universe crossover. Go figure, huh? Miles Morales traveled to Earth once and team up with Peter Parker and Richard Parker. Interesting. Sarah Pacelli cover. This is the main, not the variant. This is the one I'm talking about. Absolute number 8, Batman issue number 8, cover F. Uh, Brian Boland cover. This is something that I might want to look into. Grabbing it. I think this is an incentive variant. Could be it. Don't know. The Doom Academy issue number 4. Scoop cover. Deception by Ron Lim. Uh, when I've been told that this has been a pretty decent read. The second print 125 on the issue number 1 has been blowing up though. Geiger, we can do it as a homage to that famous Captain Marvel, I think. Uh, Geiger, not really, but I heard that this was fun. Incredible Hulk 25, the homage to 181 in an animation type of feel to it. And there's this King Spawn number 45, Violator by Puppeteer Lee. Um, Here is this car stock variant foil, so on and so forth. Supergirl number 1 by Art Germ. And we got right here by Pablo Villalobos, and we got Joshua Middleton here. I don't know about the cover on the Joshua Middleton though. The face, hmm, she looks a little old for Supergirl, but you know, okay, it is what it is. Ultimate issue number 12. Um, we got issue number 12 here by Inhyuk Lee. Earth 6160 Ultimate Kang cover December. Okay, it's a cover of Kang. And we got the Alex Ross Timeless Hero variant. All right. And we got Amazing Spider Man issue number 1, 125, second printing incentive. Ryan Stegman cover. It's not bad. Don't know about the Rhino's face, but I like the way that he did the Spider Man. All right. And Cold Witch, Tales of the Shrouded College. Uh, all right. Includes a collector's coin that can be used for Game of Thrones. All right. Wow. It's by Image. I guess you can play game with that. Exquisite Corpse, 1 out of 100 by Jay Lee. He does something very similar when it comes to his. It's been it's been overly redone. It's a redundant type of cover that is pretty much the same feel. I get the same feel with the Grimm issue number 1, the one that he did in a 1 out of 10. So Supergirl 1 out of 50, cover done by Scott Forbes. Not so. I want to pay 50 ratio for that. Ultimate Spider-Man 1 out of 100 by Karen Andrews. It's all right. It's about they're going back to multiverse again. Somebody going to so and so. Spawn Black Rhino book of NYX issue number 1. Jason Sean Alexander. All right. And that's pretty much it when it comes to your FOC this week. Um, and you can kind of let's go into the new releases that came out this week. As you can see, for the DC, kind of tell you the ups and downs and by percentage of from the day of release, and that's on the secondary market. Um, hey, Ron,
Hey, what's up?
happy Easter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
How very uncatholic of me to forget.
All right,
How's it
just
going?
going, not much. Just going through some new releases that came out this week. Maybe something that that might be a cover or so that I might be interested in. This one here is the one that is actually booked
Oh,
like $30 on the date of its release.
can you blow that up a little bit? It looks really cool.
Yeah,
Dang, who did that?
it's Oh God, I'm gonna butcher the name. Well, hold on. Um,
Alexander something something.
Alexander Alexander Rosano.
I
That's
love that cover.
yeah, and
That's really awesome.
isn't it? I think this
Yeah.
will be. It's a Summer of Superman special number 1, so he's not a Supergirl number 1, but this has a gold foil to it, and there's a white background to it with the trade dress where her bellies are. But yeah, isn't it nice? I thought that
How much is that one?
came out as $25 per raw, but its cover price is at $5.99. Um, so it's uptrend by what 20%.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I thought this was a really good cover. So from the get go, from the day pre-release was pretty much going strong already. Hey guys, happy Easter. Hey Joe,
Yeah,
you look,
happy Easter.
you look awesome today.
Hey. Well, thank you. Yeah, I feel every bit as good as I
Ooh, too much
look.
All right, so yeah, so so this cover actually has been blowing up. It's been pre-selling about $25 to $30 from the get go. So it's a really nice. If I had to buy more comic, this is one that definitely will be in my pull box. What else is there? Here's a Lobos cover by John Jiang. Something about his cover, it can be nice, but it's just too busy for me. I'm sorry. It just somehow that's a hit and miss. What else is there? Let's load up more. I don't want to spend too much time in this, but I just thought that I would wanted to share that Supergirl cover along with Zatanna. J. Scott Campbell. There's this store. This is a website. This is the artist exclusive. I think this is one of the better J. Scott Campbell cover of Zatanna he has done for a very long time.
You know, there was a Zatanna miniseries or series that came out a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And they had some really cool variant covers, like Tula Lette, Jenny Frison, Carla Cohen. It was just really nice. But I don't want to buy
Yeah,
prices for those.
you just gotta pick and choose. I actually ordered this one here from J. Scott Campbell's store, signed. So yeah, I told myself not buying it, but I had to get it when I saw the cover. Here's Ji Young Lee and Stanley Sidney Boo. Let's go into Marvel's. Marvel's not really doing anything for me recently. So nothing in Marvel. Yeah,
Speaking of Marvel, I watched a movie that I didn't know about on Disney Plus. It's called New Mutants. I think it's 5 years old.
yeah, it was done by Fox.
Yeah. It was almost excellent, but it wasn't quite there. There's some things missing about it, but it could have had some great potential.
It could have had a great potential, but the storyline was it's all over the place. And
yeah, it just wasn't done right. I think the script was a little bit off, and I mean, those actors actually didn't do such a bad job with the script they were given.
no,
But it just could have been so much more. You know what I mean?
I enjoyed it. A lot of people was giving crap about it, but I enjoyed that movie. I like the. I really like the.
You're not talking about Legion?
I'm talking about Legion, yeah.
That's not what they're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about.
All right.
No, not the TV show. It was the new. It was called the Mutant.
The New Mutants.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
What's her name? Anna Joy Taylor. She was Magic.
Yeah, Anna
Yeah.
Joy Taylor, yeah. Okay. I was
We
thinking
did
about
see that too.
Yeah, we
but
saw that too. It was okay. I thought y'all were talking about Legion, that show that came out about the yeah.
Really, he just started thinking about Downton Abbey.
Yeah. Great show.
Yeah, you're right on that one, Ron. It had such a great potential, but just somehow the script itself, the story was all over. But I love the part of the demon bear along fighting with magic. I thought that was a really great
Yeah.
scene.
It was funny. I didn't figure out she was magic until the movie was almost done. I said, "Oh, that's who that is."
It had the girl from Game of Thrones in it too, right?
Um,
Oh yeah, she
Arya.
is in Game of Thrones, is she not? The
Oh,
one
did
that
it?
plays Wolf
Okay.
Spain, the Rain.
Well, Spain is she from?
I think
Yeah,
she's from.
Yeah, it's
Arya
Arya
Stark.
Stark, right?
Really?
Yeah.
She was
No, I
also in
did not
Doctor
know
Who,
that.
but I mean,
I actually did like the actors that did that movie, and I hope they revisit it or try it again, but with better writing. I mean, it
Well,
was
they were trying to make that as a more of a horror story than anything, but they completely missed out on that one. It could have been good. I mean, I think
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah,
could
yeah.
have been good. Could have been good. Um, let's go back to here in the new releases. This is also has been blowing up on the. This is going. This artist, her name is Veta. What is that? I don't know if the S or the V, but I think it's called Veta Sabina. Subina. She's been doing a lot of the. If you check her out on the Instagram, she does some really great art. Um, it's $120 book right now. Yeah. So there's a lot of starting to know
that is
that there.
nice. Though.
It is a nice cover. Like I said, check out her Instagram. She does some really great art that she has been posting on her IG page. Maybe I might just hit her up. Just I don't know if she's be coming to Emerald City Comic Con next year too. I don't know. Probably get original art from her. Um, and Grim Fairy Tales, Sonia Mata's. This is also has been blowing up because she's also another obscure comic. She's been doing a lot of Kickstarter along with Green Fairy Tales. So this is one of the 20. This is almost like a virgin cover. It's a very low print, not a very easy book to find. So that's why it is selling it for $19. So it's over 32% over current. So comment is about $45. I think as soon as it came out, it was a $19, but right now it's at 45. I don't know, something like that. So I also got that Sonia Mata's original art in the back, so I'm very happy with that. So I kind of like her art. I do follow her on IG, and she does some really great cover arts. Um, I think that is it when it comes to covers and new releases that has been released this week. Um, there's nothing Conan. No, I don't know. Dick Tracy. I can't believe they're still making Dick Tracy. Yes. Massive is part of the Whatnot publishing. So here's TMNT. A lot of nostalgia there. Dead Walking Dead. Is anybody watching any of the Walking Dead shows that is on Netflix?
Nope.
Yeah,
Can't say that I am.
No.
no. Do you guys been watching the Daredevil?
Yep. Great cliffhanger. I have to
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. I don't want. I mean, no spoilers, but I mean,
No.
No, we're waiting for it to.
I think it ended.
there's one more episode coming up this week. I think.
Oh, is there? I thought it was. I thought
It,
this was a cliffhanger already.
well, was it a 8? I thought it was supposed to be like a 9 this season, another 9 next season. I don't know, but it was a very cliffhanging. So I watched it all the way through. My wife enjoyed it, and she's like, "Who's that? Who's that? Who's that?" I'm like, can we just watch the show? Yeah. Me and my wife drove down all the way to Skagit. It's almost the border of British Columbia, Canada. We drove 2 miles to watch Tulip again. Every year, she wants to drive 2 hours So it's almost like 4 hours round trip. Then we
But
had.
it's nice outside, though, right? I mean,
Oh, it was beautiful.
yeah.
Man. Let me just show you some of the pictures here. Wasn't able to download it, but
Do you ever go to Vancouver, David? You ever
yes,
go?
I did went to Vancouver once, just for a day. And
Yeah.
the funny thing is, we caught the train, we caught the Amtrak's there.
Mm.
And on the way back, you have to go through this custom, and they're like, "Weren't you here like
You have to show
4 5 hours?
your passport.
Yeah, 4 5 hours ago." And like, yeah, just came here to eat a couple of things, and we're going back home because we got to go back to work. But
Yeah, yeah.
it's a beautiful. I love Canada. I mean, so this is one part.
Wow, those are tulips.
Yeah, these are tulips.
Wow.
So there's that, and
You
there's
know, David, that is so relevant to comic books because of the tulip mania. You know,
and you know, tulip happens to be my favorite flowers out of all the flowers. So there's that. Here's the red and white.
Dang.
I thought this was just. And when I first took it, I'm like, did I take this? It looks like a drawing.
Yeah.
Mm,
It's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. There's
So
more.
there's a place in Vancouver or British Columbia that has all those.
No, it's in the city of Skagit. It's
Skagit,
called
okay.
It's in Mount Vermont area,
Okay.
and they have many farms. There's about a handful of farms that does grow. And every year, beginning of March to probably third third week of March, they do have what they call the Tulip Festival.
Mm.
So my wife loves going there in the beginning of April, and but this week we didn't go too early. We went on the second. We went yesterday, so on the probably in the mid, I don't know, second or third week when all the flowers are blossomed. Um, so it wasn't cold. Every time we went there, it was about 45, 50 degrees. Yesterday we went there, it was a warm 60, no breeze. It was just it was a beautiful day.
So do
Uh,
they sell tulips there as well, or
yeah,
is it just for looking? Oh, they do.
yeah,
How,
they
how
said.
much would be a tulip or a dozen? Do you know like prices?
They have a pot of maybe a 3 4 of tulip for I think it was $15 for along with the pot. But tulip for dozen, I didn't see that doing in a bouquet, but they were selling
Mhm.
more in a pot of 3 to 4 different type of tulips. I didn't know there was all different type of tulips. I thought there was just tulip, but there's like I found out there's about dozens of different type of tulips out there.
Yeah,
So it
the
was very
species and
educational.
varieties. Yeah,
So my favorite flower, her favorite things to do. So it's kind of went hand in hand. So we enjoyed it.
cool.
Yeah. So how's things with you guys in the past couple of weeks? Has anything has happened? Anything fun that you guys want to share? We got comics and cultures in the house.
Nothing
All
really
right.
here.
So there's that show and tell. Okay. Oh, go ahead, Joe. You were saying, Joe?
Oh yeah, you were just asking how everything went the last week or a couple of weeks. There's nothing new going on here really. We got
Here.
some new
We can show this.
Yeah, we got
Turn it
some
on.
art here. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Share, share,
Let's see.
please.
Hang on. Let me see. That's right here.
Is it Nebula?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Cool. Who's the artist?
yeah.
Ryan Gonzalez.
Ryan Gonzalez.
She did like the Marvel snap cards.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Where'd you guys get that from? Did you guys
Yeah,
go
kinda-
No, eBay.
eBay.
to?
Is it the world's biggest marketplace?
Yeah.
Mhm. It is. It is. If you can't find anything out there, man.
Happy Easter, legend.
Hey, what's up, legend? Happy Easter. Amen. Jesus has risen. Yes, has risen many, many times. Um, there was a saying that if Jesus really came back and resurrected in this current era, he will be arrested, he will be deported, and So yeah, that's the kind of era that we live in.
Yeah, that is. That is.
And they did arrest him, so.
Yeah, he was arrested in his time too.
so.
Yeah, yeah, but there was no deportation back then.
He definitely persecuted. Right.
Yeah, he got persecuted hard. But there was so people are saying that this deportation thing that's going on, man, is just people are just scared to travel. In period, you know.
I wonder what comic book Jesus would collect, like Punisher, maybe.
Probably, yeah, probably.
Because he gets all the bad guys.
Wasn't there a comic book with Jesus? Was that?
I think there was. Yeah.
Yeah. Some kind of Pope. No, it wasn't Jesus. It was Pope. It was.
It's from a long time ago. It's not Gold Key, is it?
Is that what you're talking about? Same guy that wrote like The Walking Dead, I think.
Kirkman. Kirkman. You know what?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he did some kind of thing called the Battle Pope. Yeah, Kirkman. Yeah,
Battle Pope,
I
that is it.
So. I think he did something called Battle Pope.
But there was a Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Comic. Yeah, there was a Santa Claus comic. God, can't think of it. It was old. I think that was from Dark Horse. I think if anything, it's called Samurai Santa. What's it called? Samurai Santa?
Oh, I think that was where Jim Lee did his.
Is that the Jim? Yeah, Jim Lee.
Here, I found it. I have found it.
Get up.
Here you go. Boom. There it is. Samurai Santa. Special by Jim Lee. Yeah, first published Jim Lee art. What Jim Lee? Is this it? This can be Jim Lee, right? So this cover is not. This is not definitely not a Jim Lee cover, but I guess there's an interior of Jim Lee that had done interior that was sold. Huh, interesting. So there it is. Yeah. Happy Easter on Santa Samurai.
You know, I do have a Mother Teresa comic book just for the collectability of it, but my favorite religious comic book was Warrior Nun. I forget what is it Ariel Warrior Nun? That was a great comic book.
Didn't they make a TV show out of that?
I think they did. Yeah, I think it was on Netflix.
Yeah,
and they canceled it. I think after 2 seasons.
I watched it. Honestly, I enjoyed it.
I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I wish they would continue doing it, but they stopped.
Unfortunately, Santa Claus, Santa probably had more comic appearance than Jesus Christ. You know what? You're right, because isn't Santa Claus considered as a mutant in Marvel? MC? Yeah. I think Chris Claremont.
Flying Nun. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Remember Flying Nun? Ron, remember Flying Nun?
I do remember Flying Nun.
Yeah, she had that. Yeah. She had that wing on her thing, right?
Yeah.
Then I don't know what they called it, but she was wearing this white nun thing and had a wing on it.
Yeah. I remember watching that when I was a kid, and I didn't understand any of it. What was that all about? Why was she a flying nun? It just didn't make any sense.
I'm sorry.
I don't remember. I've seen a couple episodes, but I used to love Sally Fields too because she was that Gidget.
Oh yeah. Well, I didn't watch any of those.
Sally Field was Forrest Gump's mom. It was so funny when she did what she had to do to get into a regular school.
Oh God! Talk about parental sacrifices that did.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
Rhonda's keeping it classy. Leave it to David.
She was also in Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, she was in the Smokey and the Bandit. Oh man. All right. She is an icon. Is she still alive? I think she's still alive.
I think so. Yeah.
So the discussion, the thing
think so.
is modern comic books. Do you guys consider as a modern comics worth collecting nowadays?
It's kind of hard to know good stories nowadays, but
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's just cover buys. Just like that Supergirl you showed. That is a really cool cover.
It is.
I would not mind going after that, but again, I'd want to have a reasonable price, not premium price.
Yeah, I mean it's selling for $30. I don't know if that book will be able like Joshua Middleton when it comes to that uh Batgirl issue, but I feel as if um wow, I just sold my Captain America book. This one here. I just sold it. I just got a thing that this has been sold.
Wow. Did you
Yeah.
make good profit?
I made $50 out of it. So with eBay fees and everything, I probably will end up with $40 profit, but that's still not bad. It's such a hard question. It's not a hard question. I mean, consider as a modern. So I was watching Instagram and this one person has asked, "What is the current in a modern book? What do you consider as a grail in the past 20 years?" So from
20 years.
yeah, from 2000 so let's just say from 2015 to 2025. Is there any modern comic book out there that you or collector or you would recommend to a collector or suggest to a collector or reader that this is a book that you could kind of speculate or and advise that this could be a good book to have?
Yeah, there's a couple
There
for me.
but
I think okay, so for me, the ultimate, like one of the ultimate modern age books for me is that that Batman
608, but that's
608
not-
retailer incentive one.
Yeah, that hasn't been in the last 15 years though.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think that one you're
I don't
talking
know when
about
that came out though.
2000.
Yeah,
So,
but
so in 2015, this is when the era. Let's just say
the monetary
of
reason for it. Yeah,
So Edge of Spider-Verse
yeah,
when it
right.
came out. So that is the era. We're not even going to early 2000 because that's Miles Morales and things like that. So
Yeah.
2015. So you got Edge of Spider-Verse or Spider-Gwen, right?
Yeah, I don't know anything that came out. Like I couldn't tell you. Like everything to me modern is like 1990 something up. So that's to
But
me.
that's also like, why do you collect? Like, if
Right.
it's something that you like what motivates you to collect? Is it
Yeah.
just ROI or is it because you like characters, you like artwork? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, it's
whatever you're collecting, I think collect what you like. And be
if
careful.
you like
about,
it, then what?
and just be aware of the market and what things are going for.
Okay, so
stuff.
what would be the two books that you would say is considered as a modern classic or modern a grail of yours that you would just
The Edge of the Spider-Verse too.
I mean, I think Grail is also overused, but
the Edge of the Spider-Verse 2 is a good one.
but that is like, if you're talking about like, what I would recommend, I would say that it's probably not a.
I said that's a good one. And so Ultimate Fallout 4, that's two.
Yeah, that came out in 2000.
Far back.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Ultimate Spider-Man. I think they came out in 2001.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, 2001? Is it? No. The Ultimate Fallout came out in Jesus. I can't remember. Shame on me. I think they came out in 2020. I'm sorry. No,
Saga number 1. Yeah.
2000, is it 2010? God. You know what? Let me check.
It's 2011, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 2010 because I remember when I got into it, I was in 2015, and that already came out.
So if I was, let's say I had all the money in the world and I wanted a grail within the last 10 years, I would want to get the first Monstrous. That came out in 2015. First printing. I would go after that.
So that came on, 2011 is the Ultimate Fallout.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's all your parameters, David.
Yeah.
I'm just talking within the last decade. Yeah, it's really hard.
It is, isn't it?
Last
Yeah,
10 years.
we're talking about like the last 10 years, nothing for
Yeah.
nothing for me.
The 608 was in 2002, so that's
2002,
also.
yeah. Now all the stuff for me is like early 2000s or something like that, you know.
I mean, I would think Something Is Killing the Children. That's one that I would.
Yeah, that's ours personally. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's gone down a lot in value, but it's still one of our favorite girls for the modern stuff. Is Something's Killing the Children.
That would be within the last,
Yeah.
I'm working on it to get that super chat. I got about 1,500 watch our view in the past 365 days, so I still got another 1,500 more hours of people watching my channel to accumulate that to get a super chat. But thank you, Great Legend. Just having you say that, I appreciate you.
If you want to send money, you can send it to our house, and we'll make sure that David gets it. If you want to send some money out or something.
or like One Piece packs, we'll take that too.
Well, here's the thing about super chat is that if you do a $5 super chat, $2.50 goes to YouTube, and you get portion of that as well. So, yeah, I mean, at first when I was watching that Instagram and somebody asked that, what do you consider as a modern grill in the past decade that you would, and
That's hard. So hard.
very easy question. Then I
don't think it is.
Like nothing. I can't recommend anything in the 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
I can't either. Yeah, if you pin it down to that time frame, I can't.
Strange Academy and Something's Killing the Children.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're gonna.
But I don't know that I would like.
Yeah, I think for me the first Spider-Gwen is just before that. It's like 2014 or something like that.
Yeah.
And then like 2015 came out the first Gwenpool. I wouldn't mind going after that if I had all the money. But I don't feel like I need to go after those stuff. So I can't even think of a personal grail in the last 10 years.
No.
There are some maybe books that because of covers I would
covers,
want to have,
covers and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think it leans more towards covers and stuff like that. That it does being an actual grill or whatever.
So,
but overall comic book, I would say Monstrous for me. That would be the one I'd go after if I had all the money.
Yeah, we like Something's Killing the Children for us.
Yeah,
modern stuff. Yeah.
So is it because of it might be too early to say that it could be a grail, or the character has not been stabilized, or has not?
No, I think it's just me. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff out there that we don't know about or whatever, but I'm kind of like with Ron on that. Some modern books mean something to me, but the stuff that's kind of coming out now and the more recent stuff really kind of, it doesn't hit me in the feels or anything really. I'm not like a cover really
something
well.
in the last 10 years, it's kind of hard to call that a grill.
And
I think too, grills, that should be something that's I don't know, like the pinnacle of your collection or something you wanted for a long time. I don't know. It's
kind of early. It's kind of early to figure something from the last 10 years being a grill.
Coveted and sought after, yes,
sure,
but
No. And also to a point where I was thinking, is it because of the market? How this hobby has evolved in a way that a lot of people are looking for ROI, the value, the monetary value of it, the rarity of the comic book is considered as a thing. And going back to Edge of Spider-Verse, remember that book when it first came out? I mean, it was a $10, $15 book, and during the COVID, it went all the way up to what? Close to 1,800 on a 9.8. But now they didn't even consider that not a book anymore, because that book I sold mine that was signed by Robbie Rodriguez. By Jason Latour for $700.
I think it got more than.
So
yeah, I think there was some sales that were closer to 3,000 on that book, David.
No,
yeah,
Edge
and
of
I
the
sold
Spider-Verse?
mine.
Oh, not Edge of the Spider-Verse. No, I thought you were talking
You're talking
about
about-
Ultimate Fallout 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, Edge of the Spider-Verse. Yeah, that was about $1,500. Yeah,
$1,500 book, and I sold it for
About Ultimate
$780 not too about a week and a half ago. So to me that was like a
Yeah.
modern Grail to me, but after I realized that is this one character that am I really invested in, like how I did with Miles Morales, and I decided, you know what, I'm not. I don't read any of her. I have her hardcover, very first issue, but it's not something that I go out and say, "Oh, this is my character," like how Richard would be with, Spider Gwen. So
Yeah.
I decided to just let it go, and without any remorse or regret. I mean, I made this in money. I bought that for $40, got it signed, and came on 9.8. So it was a good ROI for me. But still, does that consider as a girl to me? It's like no. So you're right. It's a very hard question, but easy question, but very hard question to answer.
So when you saw that question posted, what were some of the responses? Do you know?
Oh, they was just making jokes like, oh, Ultimate Fallout 4. Oh, you gotta be, modern is considered as like early mid 80s is still considered as a modern. Is ASM 300 considered as because that falls on the modern.
Right.
But is that a Grail? It's like, oh,
Some people.
you know what?
Yeah.
But then he narrowed it down and said, no, that we're not going back to 90s. I said, what in the past couple of decades, in 2 decades, that books that has been released, they consider as a Grail, and nobody had any good answers to it. People said that it was that Amazing Spider-Man, the Delata, the 1 out of 50 or 1 out of 100.
That's such a niche thing, though, isn't it?
That's why there's covers that I would want to have and stuff that I would go after, maybe some Kickstarters that.
Yeah. There's lots of stuff I like, but I wouldn't consider anything in the last 15, 20 years to be a Grail, really. Like a.
People were saying that the Deadpool, that J. Scott Campbell, the Siege number 3.
Yeah, that would.
But that came out in like early 2000, so nothing.
Right.
So they didn't.
I can't think of anything from 2015 up that would be like.
Me neither.
I do have one. Actually. We have it. It's the summer but it's such
the same thing, like.
Right, but it's just like this is a rare book, but it's not really. But it's all in midwinter.
Was that something? It's back to Something Is Killing the Children, number 1. But
Yeah,
it's all
in midwinter. But just because it's so rare and there's not a whole lot of them out there, but I wouldn't recommend that anybody.
Yeah, so I think Great Legend has
a modern Grail,
a high ratio modern comic book, but all those high variant that is rare or considered hard to get right now all came in during the year of 2010, 2012. That was considered as the year of the variants, where 1 out of 50, 1 out of 25 actually meant something. So,
a lot of my Black Widows that I really covet or really, really like are from that time.
Yeah.
And then once I got them, well, they're not really Grail anymore because I own them, right?
Yeah. So, by the way, since you mentioned Black Widow, do you have that Black Widow Milo Manara 1 out of 50?
I think I have like an Italian version of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have the US version.
So yeah, I thought that was a pretty good question to be asking, and just wanted to see what your thought on. So yeah, I guess Killing the Children number 1, even though the price of that book has dropped significantly, still a great a book to have, I guess.
That Supergirl cover that you just showed recently,
yes,
that will probably be a Grail in about 10 years.
Loving when those variants were popping, so many Fantastic Four covers too. Yeah.
There were some great Fantastic Four covers in the last 5 years. I wish Marvel would capitalize on that since the movie's coming out. I wish they would come out with some really cool stories. I don't know why they don't do that.
Well, the time of the theaters and the movies, not like how it was 10, 15 years ago. Everything is streamed.
What's the
you
thing
know,
with the silver server we saw?
Yeah, but I think that's also a good thing. Like
What? That the
that
movies
it's
are.
not as like spec isn't as
Yeah. That it doesn't affect it the way that it used to, or what? Yeah.
no. Well, no, actually, um, there is one speculation that is going out there is the Star Wars. They just announced that they're gonna do a Darth Maul animated series in the Disney Plus.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about Darth Maul, but after finding out that they're having an animated series coming up, I did some little digging about Darth Maul. That dude is not a bad character.
I kind of thought he was.
Yeah.
At first, I didn't really care for it, but after just reading more about the character, he's a pretty damn ass cool character, man. It's
Yeah, he's a really cool
okay.
character.
He's cool. That doesn't mean he's not
He's
That's
cool,
bad.
but he's
Yeah.
kind of evil.
right.
But
He's evil.
Darth Vader is too, but he's cool.
But he's cool. Like,
yeah. Yeah. These guys are cool, but they're not good guys.
I
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Maul in
he has so many
Rebels,
Rebels, yeah.
appearances. And I think it was the Rebels or was it the
Yeah.
Clone Wars that he was fighting Ahsoka, and he has right before it was a cliffhanger ending, but towards the end, when he got arrested or when he got taken away, he said that um, that Anakin must be killed because he's going to turn to the dark side. But Ahsoka didn't want to believe him, and like if you don't kill Anakin now, we will all die. And I didn't realize how impactful that scene was until everything just somehow that was part of like how he panned out. Like he was right.
the voice actor for
Yeah.
Maul is excellent. Like
Kenobi.
Sam Witwer.
Yeah.
Is,
Yeah. It's really good. Similar with
So I heard that the animated series might be covering him training Kara. So
I'll probably watch that.
yeah, because I haven't. Well, they're supposed to have Han Solo Part 2 when Kara went to Darth Maul at the end, and she is supposed to meet him for something, but just somehow it ended there. So I hope that animated series kind of continues that storyline with Kara and Darth Maul. So yeah, Star Wars is back again, and that's the speculation play that everybody's doing. So I see that from the Dark Horse that Adam Hughes covered that Star Wars Legacy.
Hmm.
That I heard that book is being kind of slowly going back in price. I mean, up in price again due to that announcement. So yeah, I'm not fully out of the comic book. I'm still, listening and watching and reading um, and Batman, Absolute Batman is still a great read. Issue number 8 is coming out. I think this coming week is a full edition of Doctor Freeze, and we might get probably a cameo or first appearance of Ultimate Bane as well too. So Ron, have you really reading into Ultimate Batman like you said you was going to try?
No, I haven't gone after it. Yeah, I just don't have the interest to go after it. I know, I believe you. Absolute Batman is probably a good book, but I just nope, not interested.
And then the Hush. At the last time I told you guys that Batman 158, the Hush 2, it started out good. Well, we'll see what the next issue goes on that show. But yeah, what's that clicking noise? Is somebody playing with mouse, or is that you, Ron? Is that your microphone hitting your jacket?
Maybe.
Yeah. Right. I think this is This is just for the fun of it, but I'm gonna show Gomez weekend workout.
Gomez.
Yeah. So this is the part of I'm making fun of Gomez because he always show him with his dumbbells and things like let's go, but this is what he actually does on his weekend. I mean, it's an intensive workout that he does.
I saw that the other day.
Yeah, he sent it in the chat.
All right.
So
yeah.
I mean, this guy is pretty good. I mean, but just looking at it.
Can you imagine the multiple takes he must have made and all the injuries he sustained?
He's nimble.
Look at that. Wow. I am impressed.
I'm impressed too.
I am very impressed.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses. You need to.
Yeah.
No, this is part 2 of that exercise that he does on a weekly basis.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that next week.
Yeah.
I can barely get out of bed on Sundays to do a 2-hour. Yeah. I'm gonna work on that now.
And he hasn't touched the ground yet.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That is impressive.
Yeah, very much so.
Very impressive.
I'm just trying to think about how much of that I could do before I had to go to the hospital.
I'll be done in the first run.
That's what I was thinking. The first jump over that bar.
Go.
I'm going to the
so that is part of the Gomez, the comic collector weekend workout. So go check him out. Reach out to him and find out which park that he goes to, so you can join him. Yeah, the dude is athletic, man. Yeah. It's an absolute same. Not interested in any of that. DC popped in the blend with Shazam, but well, I know you're a big fan of Shazam, great legend, but I'm sorry, Shazam is dead. The whole
that is so unfortunate. You know, I really loved Marvel Family when I was a kid. They could do so much with those guys: Captain Marvel Jr., Mary Marvel, and Captain Marvel, and Black Adam. Those group of characters would have been so cool if they just worked on it, but I think they just gave up on
I like the Shazam movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Black Adam. Right?
Yeah, I like them both.
But I'm also not like the biggest fan of the series, so it's like I think it's easier if you don't know as much about the characters and the lore. I think you can enjoy it a little bit more than
if you're watching something that's totally against everything you've been reading for the last 30 years, it's not going to be.
What? It's 30 years. I mean, that book is a golden age book. That character is a golden age book. How many more storyline or what more can you do? Maybe that is why, like the Ultimate Spider-Man, like the whole reinvention of character universe, do so well because they can start all over again. But when it comes to like Shazam, Superman, Spider-Man, I mean, all this book has been here for what 60 something years. I mean, what more can they do? I mean,
but their stories are also universal. Like, what makes Superman great isn't the era that he's in. It's the struggle, good against evil, and he's the same faith in humanity. Right. Like even seeing
he's pretty much
worse than people.
And he's pretty much the same in every era that he's in.
So if you, as a writer, as a Superman, knowing that the origin and the story background of him, what would be a good story to tell now?
On the big screen or in comics?
In the comics.
Oh, well, that's hard because they've kind of done it all.
I don't think you have to do much. Just make up a good story plot and a good storyline and keep everybody the way they are. That the characters are great. They're fine. You don't have to do anything crazy with Superman. Just write a good freaking story, man. That's all they need to do. All these characters were done perfect. Like all these characters they made, like they were done the right way. They did them right. They got them out there. The history, the backstory. Don't screw with all that. Just make good stories, man. Have a good plot in your line.
I think there's a lot they could do on the big screen, but as far as comic books, I think they've kind of done it all.
Right? Yeah.
On the big screen, there's so many characters that they have not.
They have not touched yet. Like Brainiac is one. they have
Well,
not
he's
done
coming.
Brainiac.
I would like to
And
see
then
that.
they
Yeah.
haven't done what's his name, Mr. Mxyzptlk or so whatever,
Yeah.
the guy with the magic.
Yeah.
That's one of Superman's weaknesses. His number one weakness is kryptonite. His second weakness is magic.
Yeah.
So he needs to go up against someone that has magic powers. And then another
Who's the opposite of Superman?
Bizarro.
Bizarro. You know
Bizarro.
that.
And then there's the Metallo. Metallo is another one.
Yeah.
And then
Even Superboy Prime is to a point where that was such a great read back then, but they didn't touch into that as well too.
I mean, Superman against Black Adam, that would have been cool if they pulled that off.
That would have been cool. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but we'll see what James Gunn has to do because he seems like he bring JLA into the whole mix of things. So we got Green Lantern.
I think that movie is going to be a lot of fun.
I think people are.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a good movie.
Overestimating the impact that James Gunn is going to have on the DCU.
Maybe so. I mean, he did Guardians of the Galaxy and turn him into a household name whenever nobody could stand him.
But that was
before.
also exactly.
Yeah.
So you don't have any expectations from that.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to do that with
something that nobody. I couldn't stand Rocket Raccoon or whatever. All that.
When I was a kid, I could not stand Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
I was always trying to figure out who are these guys, what's their power, what the hell are they doing. I could not figure out.
I never gave two craps about them. Yeah, I couldn't. Yeah,
actually, they annoyed.
Yeah,
like a lot.
They got on my nerves. That was this book I was reading. It was such a good read too, and then they interrupted like. Every time, man, they had another 10 pages of stuff they could put in there for the story that I'm reading. But they started splitting it up and putting Rocket Raccoon in there. And I'm like, man, I don't give a crap about Rocket Raccoon and Groot. I don't want to read this. Like, I didn't buy this book for that. I bought it for this. And then the last 5 or 6 pages, instead of like finishing this story, doing that and add more to this story, you're throwing that crap in there. And it just got on my nerves so bad. I was like, man, this is.
Was it part of the Bendis storyline?
The one I was reading, it was like the
Annihilators.
I think it was called the Annihilators or something like that. And I was reading it. I thought it was a pretty interesting story.
Yeah, because Rocket Raccoon has a huge impact on that.
But it didn't have anything to do with the book.
They were just like it was a side story.
Now here's Rocket Raccoon and Groot for 5 pages that doesn't have anything to do with anything you're wanting to buy this book for. It was just that they're just trying to plug them in somewhere, and it had nothing to do with anything else I was reading in those books. Like it just complete separate stories. Complete separate everything. It had nothing to do with any of it.
He was reading it once and he's like, well, and then he like closes it like real hard. He's like, I'm done with this. Like,
it bothered me pretty bad.
I hate those filler issues with the.
Yeah, that's what it was, man. I was like, I might as well just forget this, man. I don't want to do that. Just waste my money on this stuff.
You know what? Talk about filler issue. You know that manga does that a lot. Manga does it. I remember reading Bleach and watching Bleach, and they have so many. Like, what the hell is this? What the hell this has to do with the storyline? Completely nothing. It was just a filler, like for the whole season. I'm like, and then they show at the end of that filler, they said, "Okay, go back to the main storyline." Like, fuck.
Yeah,
I wasted a whole season watching a freaking filler show.
I think Naruto did a lot of that too, didn't it?
Yeah,
Who?
A lot of it.
I think Naruto has a lot of that. Naruto? Yeah.
Man, it's just, But,
One Piece has it too, but it's like a smaller portion,
but
like
this is a smaller percentage, but there was still stuff in there like I passed on some of it, but I watched some of the other
Chopper
stuff too.
Man.
Yeah.
So right now I'm really getting into One Piece. I was at Heidi Lao, that hot pot place, and they had a big screen that they were showing One Piece, and he was fighting the Blackbeard and also was that Capone. Man, they don't die. They have all this ultimate power, like a power Dragon Ball Z, and how Luffy has he's regular, but
Luffy.
The white cloud comes in and he gets power.
Luffy.
Huh? Luffy or Luffy?
Luffy.
Oh, Luffy. Yeah. Monkey D. Luffy. Yeah.
So
he's getting his ass kicked by Blackbeard with his red fist or whatever. and then from the heavens, this white cloud comes and takes over his body, and he has this power of like Goku type of power. And
You're
Yeah.
talking about Kaido.
You're talking about Kaido? Yeah, he's fighting Kaido.
Oh, is it
And,
Kaido? The red
Yeah,
fish?
it's Kaido. Yeah, it was Kaido. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's really, but before that though, like that's the introduction to that. Before that,
He was, yeah.
there's all kinds of stuff that he has to overcome, and he gets beaten multiple times. And yeah, it's good, man. Yeah.
It's a good
Yeah,
show.
That's
no,
that's
it's one
that's
of
when he
the
hits his
running
peak.
anime
Yeah.
series in Japan right now.
Yeah.
So that comic book came out in the late 90s. Do you think that's a grail?
What is
One Piece.
The manga?
Yeah, yeah.
the manga? Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably one of the best selling. I guess it still is the best selling manga in history. And
He's the richest.
yeah,
I can't say that word with a.
what?
Well, anyway. Yeah, it's like the top selling manga. Mangaka?
Well, not only manga. I mean, the even the gaming card is selling.
Mhm. Oh yeah, the One Piece cards are. Yeah, those are nuts, man.
Yeah.
They sell out everywhere. We try to pick some up, and it's like, oh, they're gone, and they don't have any. And you just see the empty boxes everywhere. It's like, yeah,
Or
There's a new set that's supposed to come out Friday, and I can't get my hands on it. Like,
yeah.
Wow.
yeah, it's huge. Manga is huge, and
Mhm.
trying to get into it, and
I've stayed away from it. I've kept my distance.
I'm kind of
Because once you get into it, you're gonna want more.
Oh, yeah.
with Demon
the show,
Slayer.
like you can watch a show without getting into the cards and stuff.
Yeah.
We got into the cards a little bit because of Peach, and
Well, mostly because we're crackheads,
then that's just
Yeah. and we can't help ourselves with stuff, basically.
we've already seen like all of One Piece.
Yeah. We have a mental illness.
And now we're rewatching it. Like,
Yeah,
Rewatching it.
yeah, there's like,
yeah.
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 Like over 1,000 episodes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we started
And we're on,
rewatching
like,
Episode, what is it? Season like what 20 something?
20 something. Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, but it's been on hiatus for like 6 months or something because of the writing and everything. So it's been on hold. So we just started watching people's reaction videos to it, and then it's like, hey, let's start watching it again. So we just picked up, not from the very beginning, but we picked up from like pretty close, maybe about 200 episodes. We maybe on the 250th, 200 something episode, we said let's start watching it from here again. And that's
So I have a question. Is it One Piece? Because I haven't watched it. I was trying to watch it, and I saw like 20 some season. But do they have like movies in between that you gotta watch?
You don't have
You
to.
don't have to. You can, but they're not real good.
Okay,
They're
Most of
okay.
them are not good.
Most of them aren't real good. Yeah, I don't.
You know how like Demon Slayer, I'm really into Demon Slayer.
Yeah,
You gotta watch a movie.
yeah,
It's like a filler movie about this certain
yeah.
aspect of the story. It's like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
Like if you don't watch it going into the next season, like you like what?
Okay.
What?
Now there's
Well, I think even in Demon Slayer, you can watch it without watching the movie. Because they do recap it, but you miss some of the things.
yeah,
like,
Yeah,
you
because
can do it, but yeah, like you said, there's some holes there, and it's like what?
Yeah.
Hang on, what?
so from season 1, 2, and 3, I think it was a season 4 when they was fighting the train, the possessed train. They had a movie about that.
mhm.
So when the season
Yes,
started, I'm like,
yeah,
what? Why? I didn't know the whole, I guess, the background or the
yeah.
origin of it as well.
I would say with Demon Slayer, I would recommend watching everything they put out for it or whatever because it kind of helped with it. Yeah, and One Piece, you don't really have to do that. Like
And
there's
a lot of the movies are not
and they
canon.
right, and then the movies
for the
introduce
most
stuff that's
part,
never seen again. So you'll see some kind of like overpowered thing. Like you'll see something crazy in the movies that somebody can all of a sudden do, and then they never do it again, and they don't really have that power in the mainstream line of it and stuff. It's just in that for that one particular situation in the movie. It's like all of a sudden, Luffy can do this now. I don't know how that works, but yeah, stuff like that. So the movies are kind of a little bit And they're okay. They're just not real good either. They're okay.
Some of them
Yeah.
are better than others,
So, yeah.
but you could just
The reason is since my wife is going, I need to focus on something. And I figure why not watch One Piece during the time that she's gone, and hopefully I'll finish the whole 22 season within the month that she'll be gone. But yeah. Also, there's a rumor that I think this might be good for Ron is that they might bring Black Widow back on Secret Wars.
You mean Natasha?
Natasha. There is a rumor that she might be coming back.
Because she's from another universe, maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Just like how Captain America, he's done, but he'll be coming back as Captain Hydra, Captain Hydra. So that's been kind of confirmed. Yeah. I hope they bring her back because that Black Widow movie, the chemistry between her and Florence
Pugh.
Pugh.
I thought they had a really good chemistry in that movie.
Well, I hope they pair Daredevil with Black Widow. That's how it was in the comics when I was a kid. I'd love to see that. It's hard to imagine Charlie Cox and her though. Charlie Cox and Scarlett.
I like the Punisher. I like the Punisher and the Daredevil.
Yeah, I do too.
They have.
I want to see some more of the Punisher.
Yeah, me too. Definitely.
So that season kind of saved it when he came back. So I'm like, yeah. That's pretty much it for me.
Okay, well, let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it up.
Hope everybody had a good Easter.
Yeah. I mean, no eggs around here, so I'm happy.
Did you see how since eggs are so expensive, they were using alternates for their Easter eggs? They were using marshmallows and they were using potatoes. It was funny. Colored potatoes, colored marshmallows.
Yeah, no, Legend. I would definitely recommend you to go back and watch the first two season of Daredevil, and watch.
I even like the Jessica Jones. I like the show with Jessica Jones too.
Yeah,
I thought that was really good, and I even liked Iron Fist. I know a lot of people thought it was crap, but I loved Iron Fist. I thought it was really good. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Iron Fist was okay. His acting really didn't do for me, but when the girl became the Iron Fist, I thought that was a pretty.
The thing is that we're so spoiled, like in this era, because you go back and see some of the Hulk TV shows and Spider-Man, and
we never watched that.
Never watched that.
Heard of it, but and I like Charlie Cox. He's pretty cool. Yeah,
he plays real good blind man. I can say.
It's because he's really blind.
Is he?
No. No, I'm just messing with you.
My wife is like, he's blind? Like, yeah, he's blind. Then how can he see? He can't see. He feels.
It's like a radar, like a sonar thing.
I have to explain the whole origin of Daredevil. Like, he's blind. Because
do y'all remember those attempts at TV to do like the Spider-Man movies back in the day and the Captain America movies? Those were
there was a Daredevil back then.
Was there?
That's what I'm saying. Like, we're so spoiled. Like, you're complaining about.
Oh, I didn't know they did a Daredevil too.
It was just that one time.
Really?
And it was all black.
I'll have to try to dig that up. And
it was terrible.
Yeah.
No, actually, it was not on Spider-Man. It was on the Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
It was Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah. Really? I like that show though.
Me too.
Bill Bixby. I like that show. I don't know. It's not.
Yeah, no, you're right, Hazel. Dan. We are spoiled, but we can be critics to a point. Like certain actors just don't know how to act.
Right.
I thought.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
he's casting
I'm not saying that those aren't enjoyable too. Though.
They're enjoyable, but they
have their own charm. Like
they are crappy.
Yeah, how should have they done Iron Fist? Should it have been an Asian guy or
no?
No, I think they because he's not Asian I don't think he's Asian in the comic books or anything like that. So I think they cast it. He's just not a great actor. So it just
No,
doesn't
he
pull
was
off.
a good actor. I liked him in King of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know, that show, the HBO spin.
Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, the
Yeah, it's
casting
really
of that character for the actor for the character just somehow did not, I don't know, meet the expectation of a lot of people thought he would. You know.
Yeah.
That's
So,
too
Might
bad.
not have been right for that particular part or something. I
Yeah.
guess I don't know, but it didn't
And
bother me any. I thought it was fine. I thought he, I thought he did well enough, and I liked him well enough, so it didn't really bother me any.
yeah, I thought all the Netflix show was okay. I mean, it was par.
Yeah.
It was par. It was not the greatest. I mean, Daredevil and Punisher, yes, great. Jessica
Yeah.
Jones was good.
It's hard when they did so well in the casting on those, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah. Luke Cage, the show was good, but I just couldn't go through the songs that he keep playing. You know, every episode they have this song, and like, God, I have to fast forward those because somehow it's irrelevant up to that
Yeah.
to that storyline. But I thought his was a good casting, but just I don't know. Iron Fist, and talk about Iron Fist. They just announced that Shang-Chi part 2 will be coming out. It's called Atlas of what's that? It, fuck. It's called
Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi.
Really?
Yeah, 2, and it's called
Yeah. I just thought that was kind of one and done kind of thing. Sort of. I mean, I didn't think they were
I
going
thought
to
the
do.
movie was
I thought it was okay. Yeah, I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah.
Agents of Atlas. So all those Asian,
Yeah.
remember when those comic book came out with all this Asian, Filipino, Korean,
The Filipino one, yeah.
yeah. So I think that Iron Fist will not be Caucasian. I think he'll be part of an Asian
Okay.
character they might bring in. So I thought that was kind of, I don't know. That's what I'm reading, and that's what are the news that I've been kind of getting here and there as I scroll the website on upcoming movies and things. And
Silk is part of Agents of Atlas, isn't she?
no, she's not.
No, Silk is different.
Silk is different. Silk is
I'm trying to list the characters in my head now.
Agents of Atlas. There was this Luna Snow. There was this Swordmaster. There's one character from Philippines, Wave Master, something like that.
Yeah.
There was about 4 to 5 new character they introduced in that Agents of Atlas,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and I think Shang-Chi was the leader of that, or just something. I didn't read it, so don't take my word for it. Come on, give me the clouds. Oh, shit.
It's not happening
There you
today. Wow.
Trying to figure out what you were doing. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think the cheese slid off his crack here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ours doesn't have that set up.
You have do you have Mac or Apple?
No.
Yeah. See, I have
No.
Mac, so that's just
Okay.
see.
That's cool.
I know. Like, do you do something?
Make it
What are you gonna do?
rain.
You don't
Make
have
it
them
rain again?
memorized.
Yeah. Well, I just being Easter and all, I just thought that it would just come in and say what's up, and Hey, well, so does this 1 o'clock thing works out for you guys all?
Yeah.
For you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm sorry, but it works out great for me because I took care of pretty much everything that I need to do today, and came home around 12:30 and popped in and had my breakfast and my lunch, and now I have to have dinner with my mom. I'm almost 25% of finalizing my my comic book. So what I want to keep and what I want to sell, and it's hard. Fucking, it's so hard. Last week I thought I was done. I was going through it and like, oh no, I don't want to get rid of this. I want to get rid of this. And I go to the book. I go to the boxes that I thought I want to keep. And like, I really don't need this. Don't need this.
I think we're going to do that at one point too. Just kind of sell whatever we don't need or really want, and just keep like
Yeah, it's kind of
this staple of
It's
our
hard.
collection, I guess. Yeah.
It's hard. You guys going to drive you guys each other nuts because
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. Yeah, and trying to figure out what to keep
and I noticed that a lot of people are selling their collections nowadays.
Yeah, it's been that way for about a couple years now. People are just getting rid of the stuff.
Just
know?
getting rid of it. I mean, I think Walking Jedi, he's pretty much getting rid of all his collection.
We got a couple of books from Jedi.
yeah.
This is why like downsizing would be hard because like
We can't stop buying stuff. Can't downsize if you don't stop buying. But yeah, we got two really good. Yeah, got two good books.
Yeah, I just sold my New Mutant 98. I sold that Age of Spider-Verse. My NYX are for sale.
Yeah, those are good books, man.
I'm probably going to downsize when I stop working. So I'm retiring probably in 6 years. So probably around that time, I'm going to start doing it.
Okay.
But I don't want to do it now. It's not. I like what I have, and I kind of want to enjoy it still.
Yeah.
But probably when I'm at retirement age, I'll go do it.
Yeah.
It makes a lot of sense too. Like,
yeah,
you have the time to go through everything, and
yeah. Guess you have more time to do that when you're retired too.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for me to get rid of a lot of stuff because 90% of my collection is all modern.
Yeah.
I seem to have a problem with that, an issue with that. So.
Yeah, I found it interesting that you got rid of a couple of things that you did. If you're just trying to narrow down, and are you like trying to get rid of like almost all your stuff and just kind of keep maybe like a few books? Or
I want to have at least about. First, I thought it was 150.
Yeah.
And I think 150 is a little bit too much. Maybe 100. So maybe 100 might be too much. So I'm narrowing down to 50 books that were, I don't know.
Just
but
one short box. Just one short box.
One short box. That's it, but it's so hard.
Yeah, man.
With the 50,
I think at 50 is hard.
50 is hard. Yeah, man.
One short box and
yeah. So
we'll probably keep ours closer to like a couple of hundred.
No, I just want to have one short box. So every year when I do a top 50 books, do the same book. I don't know. And if the reason for this top for 50 is if I have 200 or even 150, it's like some of the book will be just for cover. And I don't want to do that. I want to keep the top 50 books so that it has some type of a monetary value to it, so that if I need to, in case of emergency, I need to sell it, it'll be easier to dump than what I'm going through right now.
Would you be okay selling almost all of what you have and getting an AF-15 with it and living with that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you like seriously considered doing it? You could probably do it.
Well, you want to trade?
No.
Like, are you putting an offer on the table for me right now, Joe?
No, I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it.
For various reasons.
Yeah.
Hey, David, have you been watching Sticky Goose lately?
Yes.
That he cleared out that room. Did you see that?
He did.
It was totally empty. There was a couple of bugs, and
that was it. And
so
it looks
cleared out, meaning what? Like, did he sell his books, or he still has?
I don't know what he did. I don't know.
No, he didn't sell his book. He just cleared everything. Like he took everything.
He just moved him out of the room.
Yeah,
he just moved him out of the room and made a video.
Yeah, so he
I can do that.
I can do that tomorrow.
And a couple of statues, and it just looks really clean. It's not as. It's not like
it needs to be cleaned. It's dirty.
Yeah. But there was no clutter. Like he didn't have the books in the background like he did before. It's just like two main statues and two prints, and that was pretty much it.
I am wondering what he did with his collection.
I'm sure he just left it in his short box.
Yeah.
After cracking it all out.
Yeah, it's
that is so weird.
Stupid. Like I can understand cracking it out if you not plan to sell but want to make more room.
Yeah.
But Well, we got Christopher Jackson. What's up? I think this is the first time in me personally. It all depends on what book and why do I mostly invest in keys and mostly books, like because there is no wrong way to collect as long you know what. Well, yes, well said, Chris. But the thing is, as you get more into, I'm just gonna be a negative, David here. Um, you think you know what you like to collect. You think you, but as you keep buying what you think and time passes, your 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 outlook on your collection might change. I hope it doesn't for you because it has changed many times during the past 10 years, close to 10 years of me going coming back into collecting. And like first was reading, then was the run, then was the covers, then the variant, then the key. It changes. So yeah, I hope you are satisfied with the books that you have that you're buying, but do not think that you're wasting your time 5 years from now when you go back and revisit your collection and say, why did I buy this? Uh,
Well, I think like there gets to a time where even if you like everything that you got, like I still like a lot of the books that we have, but it's like, what good does it do if it's just sitting there? And what else could I maybe like use this to get, something
Yeah, can
else
I
that I
get something
want?
else?
And it just gets to
Yeah,
be where it's just a lot of books, like
yeah,
just a lot of
it's
stuff.
it's a continuous
yeah,
struggle of happiness of exactly what your collection want to be or how you want it to be. As I thought that I was happy with my collection 3 4 years ago, and here I am thinking, okay, I want to get rid of it because, like what Yvonne said, is it's just sitting there. Some of the book has been read, some of the books is just for cover by, but it's not like I'm enjoying that as much as I was doing it 3 4 years ago. That's why I'm going through this whole emotional thing where maybe I should just hold on to 50 of the books that really mean something to me. But even that, maybe 4 5 years down the line, those 50 books might not even worth anything to me, so I might probably will sell it as well too. But
mhm,
and what Joe would said earlier, if I had the chance to sell all of the books that I have right now for that one low AF-15, yes, because that is something that I always dreamt of having, and that is something that is my personal grail. And every time I hold it, I'll be proud and be like, yes, you know, and that and I don't think I would ever would say I would want to sell this. Is this something
yeah,
that I probably would give to my daughter or maybe their future husband and saying that this is my like a heirloom or family heirloom type of thing.
yeah. And see, and I asked that question because, like, I think about it too, but I don't know if I could do it, man. If I could sell most of my books to get like one book, I just don't know if I could. I don't know if I would be happy with that or not. I do like the stuff that we have, and I like having. Um,
Yeah, and we still like to look through some of our boxes, but
yeah,
it gets to a point where we have too many
we have
boxes
too
where
many.
it's
We have too
like,
much. Yeah, too much. But I'm talking
looking
about like
through them is not really
right.
as enjoyable anymore because it's
Yeah,
just
but getting rid of a lot of
cumbersome. Like,
those wouldn't get us. One of the books that I would be wanting to get, or what, like
right.
to get one of the books I'm talking about getting, like for me, like the A15 or something, would be like having to get rid of like my big books that are expensive and I can't replace them and stuff like that, And then I don't know if I would want to get rid of a whole lot of those for one major book.
Who that? Happy Easter to you too. Yeah, all my sports cards.
Yeah,
I got rid of it. I just went to a card shop, a dealer, um, and I said, here, make me an offer, and I got $300.
yeah,
I mean, I spent more than $300 for those, breaking
yeah,
open and getting it graded, but to a point where I wasn't really enjoying those cards anymore. So
yeah,
I sold it $300, gave it to my wife. She's happy. I'm
yeah,
happy. I have less clutters and
yeah.
boxes when it comes to
Yeah.
cards.
Right, yeah,
When you're on sports cards, though, I still do have my Marvel and my things, but just
yeah,
you know. So yeah, I noticed a lot of people are just freaking selling their collection and downsizing and things, and is hobby has gone or I don't know what's going on. It's not like before. I can say it's not like before. You know.
But I think 'cause you change as a person. Like you're not the same always. What you like
Right.
changes too.
True.
Stuff that brought you joy
Yeah.
before maybe doesn't
Well,
mean
then
as much.
yeah,
Like
and then you see like these major collections from like what's his face that recently sold his that actor and jazz musician
oh yeah,
Ruben Blades.
yeah.
Like, and then you got guys like Ruben Blades who has like an incredible collection, and he sold like a majority of his collection recently on either Heritage or Comic Connect, and it was the Ruben
think it was
Blades
Comic
collection. Yeah,
Connect,
Comic
yeah.
Connect. It was like the Ruben Blades collection. He was like, man, I don't know how he got rid of all those wonderful books, the stuff I'd want to buy and stuff that I'd want to get, but even people like that have these kind of collections that they're getting rid of a lot of their stuff too, and
Yeah. Yeah, and mostly a lot of the change of heart has done when I bought the house, and I realized, at first
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ooh, I have my own comic book. I can have hundreds and hundreds of freaking short boxes." But after I realized like how costly it is to own a house, I'm like, I can't be buying freaking comic book like I did before.
And I think it's too like as you get older, it's like, oh, my back hurts. Like looking through these boxes.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to move this box again.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, when I was much younger, I had long boxes. Now I don't
Yeah.
have any of those. I only have short boxes only.
yeah.
Even those are hard to move around.
See, I have like 3 short boxes here. So these are all what I'm like going through right now. Like all these Funko Pops and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
like why did I even bother? See, even that then, like, why did I bother buying all this? Because
Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Yeah. We bought so many of those.
God, and look at
We
this
bought,
here, Funkos.
yeah.
They're like, I don't need them.
I know. And then they'll come up with like a new one and it'll be kind of cool. Like, oh, that's cool.
Thing.
I only have 2 Funko Pops. I didn't buy them. It was They were both gifted to me. But if they ever come out with a Black Widow with that comic book thing on the back, I'm gonna get those.
What if it's $100?
I'm still gonna
What if it's
get
like what if it's like one of the expensive Funko?
I won't tell my
Pops are
wife.
really expensive. Would you do it?
Yeah, I would do it if it has that.
Yeah.
Is that comic
Yeah,
book cover?
some of those are
backing.
expensive, man. Yeah.
The Three Stooges. I remember you keep talking about that one too. Yeah, Fantastic Four. I know that you have one. God, and Wiz Kid comic too. Is Joe's going out there to flex his Wiz too, or is this? Yeah. Well, he says Christopher Jackson. Absolutely.
Our dog started whimpering, so.
Wants to see the wheels. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long you've been collecting, Christopher, but it is a sickness for all collectors that we all want to get something, but
I think she's fine.
it's hard. It's like you said, Ron is doing an excellent job. Is just holding his base with his Black Widow, but most of the collective is just all over, man.
Well, he has a lot more restraint than me and you do, David.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like a lot more restraint.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Our 3 trails would be our Pep
Some
22.
of the Supergirl covers that have come out though.
They
Really sweet.
You keep looking at the cover, Ron? Is that what you're looking at?
Supergirl covers, yeah.
Yeah, the Superman, the annual, the special. That's a great cover. Just in case you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, let me see. Let's see what.
Hold on.
Where's Coach?
It is
Hey, Legend.
book. Yeah.
Legend, do you have more than one copy of that Wiz Comics #2? I thought you had like a.
I thought you had a restored.
I thought you had a restored and then a blue label too. Do you have 2 of those or just one now or what?
But even like
Yeah,
just one like
ridiculous book. Yeah.
insane.
Oh God, Jesus. Hold on. Cover girl. Cover price. Here we are. Pum, 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 pum. Releases. This is the cover that consider as a cover.
Okay. I thought you had a blue. I thought you had it for some reason. I thought you actually had like a blue label of the Wiz Comics #2. But
All right, so this is the cover that that's the one right there.
it is cool. It's very cool.
That's a cool book.
That's a great book
Yeah.
right there. Super cool.
Cover,
Yeah.
Her boots. Something
boot?
about the boots, something about her new outfit.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but something about this. Something about
I would love to get that cover, David. I really would love that one.
Get you
So-
one.
I
don't think they're super expensive right now, are they?
Doubt it.
It's 30. It's expensive. It's about $100 and something right now.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like in the 30s or something like that.
On a regular cover, there's a trade dress of this that is close to about $30.
Okay. Get the trade. Yeah.
So right here, $33. $33 on a raw.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. $33 and slab 9.8, average about 110. So we got a most common raw. I believe this is have to do with the trade dress. It's for 110. You know what? Let me do something here. Hold on.
Just like
They just recently came out, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
here we are. Are you guys watching? Are you guys able to see this?
Yeah.
Hold on. This and share screen. Okay, here we are.
Yeah.
What's going on? Hold on. What am I doing wrong here? Boom, share screen. Here we are. No.
We're just blank right now.
I know. I'm sorry. There we go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna blow that up a little there. So pre-sale, $99.
99 for a slab, 9.8.
Yeah, 9.8 pre-sale. So $28 on a raw copy, $17. Let's see what it's been selling for. Okay. Here we go. Boom. There we are. $18, Ron.
Yeah, that's not too shabby.
That's not bad. Here's that on a near mint for $30. The best offer that was sold yesterday. $24, $24, $32.
It's tempting, man. Really tempting.
It's a great cover. Like I said, this could be another Batgirl number issue. What? That was it 17?
Yeah, I'll be a Grail in 2035.
But yeah, it's a damn good fucking cover.
Yeah.
28. So I guess a lot of the pre-sale was selling for $28.30, then recently sold for $18. 24. Yeah. Oops. Why am I sold out here? What is it? Why am I doing this? There we go. All right, guys. I don't know what you guys are doing behind cameras, but I hear a lot of giggling.
we're reading the chat.
They said, I'm in the library. I can't spurge like I used to. Money is not okay. It's such a beautiful Cool.
No.
Name it. You're naming Dan? I'm an idiot. Shit, I've been calling you Dan for a decade. This is not. Hey, great legend. Don't shoot yourself too much because I thought Hazel was Yvonne's first name and Joel's first name was Dan. That's why they got Hazel Dan. But no, it's yeah.
Yeah.
just found that
No,
out.
this is what we chose for our YouTube name. Yeah. no, Legend. No, we never correct anybody on it or anything like that. Like
We never.
Oh, so you guys been
really-
going on a
yeah.
oh, wait. So you guys been going to a con all these years and met all these people, and they called you Hazel Dan, and you guys just didn't correct
No,
them.
we would introduce ourselves in person
Yeah.
to people, like,
Okay.
Yeah.
but you know, we've only been like that once in
Yeah, we
person.
met him that one time in person. I think he just kind of, I think Hazel Dan just kind of stuck with him, and they've been
Oh, I
calling me.
thought all this time you met the great guy at the con, and he called you Hazel and Dan. You guys just
No.
yeah, we all gotta write it down. Great.
No,
Legend.
I
man.
feel bad.
Our channel name was because of Joe's
Yeah, it's because of my
family.
family.
'Cause
Yes.
they're the ones who got us into comics or back into comics. So.
Yeah. So.
All right. We're gonna cut this short since it's a holiday today. I don't know if you guys have anything going on, but it looks as though a lot of the watchers are average watchers, like Jay Salsa. You know, I think they're probably doing something. So we're gonna cut it short, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks, same
All right.
time, same place, so 1 o'clock. All right.
All right.
Later, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Sorry, Legend. I mean,
Legend.
I feel bad. I thought you. Yeah. All right.